Battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
A first carry here for Kaneng Nwangu. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown Miami. Tyreek Hill from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spelling them in the offensive backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
Off the play fake. Fowler going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He finds his man, complete. That's Torres. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A big pickup of 38.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the
rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Okereke coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. A quick slant to Hill. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. 2 big plays in succession, and the Dolphins on the move. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll will take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Kene Nwangwu
Taking it in from 24 yards out.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw.
Touchdown, Dolphins! 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They run zooming past that number there. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal.
And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
Spotted at the left hash, this from 45.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. If you hit them, they go through.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On the draw, it's Nwangu. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Yikes, a 40-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. They'll drop to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nwangu. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On second down, here's Nwangu. Room here to run. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Nwangu. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Now a play fake here on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun. Fowler going up top. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fowler, complete. Smith has it. And he is going to have a Colts first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Fowler. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Another run now for Nwangu. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here,
this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So he shifts past him, and he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. First play's a run with Nwangu. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Give left side here for Nwangu. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kene Nwangu, 34 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Back now in Miami, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Sanders now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be blocked out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fowler. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. On the draw is Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Off play action. Fowler. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fowler. And now here's another interception. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
So it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fowler. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker?